Hey guys, welcome to the Acne Clear Chef, and today we're going to be cooking some roasted root vegetables. These are really great for your skin, they're great for the digestive tract, and it's a great side for any kind of protein-based recipe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the recipe. Alright, so for this recipe video, guys, you're going to need 2 carrots, 2 parsnips, 2 sweet potatoes, and half a bowl of fennel. And for the seasoning, you'll need a little bit of olive oil with a brush in a little container, as well as some garam masala, salt, and pepper. So I'm probably going to speed this process up for you, but essentially what you want to do is you want to peel the carrot, peel the parsnip. You can peel the sweet potato. I would recommend keeping the skin on because there's a lot of fiber and benefits to it. If you do keep the skin on, thoroughly wash it in the sink with clean water, preferably filtered water, and then I'm going to cut up the fennel as well. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to show you how that's done. So for the carrot, very easy. I just take the peeler and I just peel the skin off like so. Yeah, I'm not like a professional chef or anything, but I love to cook, so this is why I'm sharing my passion with you guys. And it's also with nutrition as well. I'm passionate about nutrition as well. So really this is kind of a way to blend my 2 favorite things together and really share my information and my knowledge with you guys and my how-tos, tips and tricks, everything on this channel. So if you guys like this channel, if you like these cooking videos, if you like the tips and tricks section as well, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. I would love that. That'd be very great. It'd be great for me. It'd be great for the channel. I'd really like to see this grow. So as you can see, I just did a really quick choppity chop chop. I peeled the skin. And now look, I have these little pieces of carrot. You know, these are kind of bite size. I do about ½ an inch here. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know, just cut them as even as you can. They can be thinner, they can be thicker. I just find a nice balanced thickness, which is about ½ an inch, works for me. So you choose the size that you want that works for you, but this is what works for me and this is the size I like. So that's the carrot. Okay, so for the parsnip, guys, it's a little bit more tricky because sometimes they're not really symmetrical. So this is the way I like to cut these parsnips. Again, it's really just kind of, I'll just show you. I just try to make it as even as possible, but I'll just show you what I do. Okay, so again, it's just like the carrot, same stuff, I'm peeling. And I always take the garbage can out and I kind of put it under here. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a garbage can here. So that way I'm not like going back and forth to the garbage can, wherever your garbage can. I just take it with me and I put it here because I know I'm going to be making a mess. Yeah, some of it's going on the floor. But yeah, just make sure you get all that stuff peeled off. And once it's all peeled off, I'm just going to take the knife, no onions going on here. I'm going to cut the ends, the butts, eliminate those. Now this is where the tricky part is. See how it's kind of uneven? So I'll show you what I mean. So now I just chop it like I would the carrot. About the same, you know, about ½ an inch, ¼ inch is the carrot. But as I go up, it's going to get a little thicker. So once I get kind of towards the big end, I'm going to stop there, put these away, put it into the tray. And then what I'm going to do with this piece, because now it's kind of like a sweet potato, and I have to kind of treat it like that. So what I do, I cut it in half. Alright? So now I have 2. And I cut it in half again. Right? And now I just chop it again. Now I got smaller pieces because you don't want this big chunk. You don't want to really eat that. It's kind of gross. It's too big. You're going to choke on it. You know, especially if you're feeding children or something, you don't want them to like choke and, you know, choke on this food. I just try to make it bite-sized, you know, tolerable because, yes, you're going to be eating this, but you want to have bite-sized pieces. Really, when you think about cooking, you want to think about bite-sized pieces. It's not just about what you serve, but how much you're serving and how big the pieces are. So really important to have a kind of bite-sized mentality. Not just with food, but even things in life. Make sure what you're consuming in life is bite-sized, because a lot of us like to over-consume a lot of stuff. And I mean a lot of stuff. So that's it. Parsnips done. Do that twice. Same with the carrot. Do it twice. Next. So next, we're going to cut the sweet potato here. So again, these are pretty big, so I'm going to make them kind of more chunkier than I did with the carrots and the parsnips. So the way you do this is first you cut off the ends of the sweet potato. Now try to get a symmetrical sweet potato as best you can. Sometimes you get a curvy one. If you get one that's curvy, I would recommend you cut at the curve so you create two symmetrical pieces. They'll have a little bit of a slant, but that way when you cut them and put them in the pan, they're going to be relatively symmetrical. Always focus on symmetry when it comes to cutting, because that way the vegetables are going to cook evenly, and you don't want some pieces undercooked, some overcooked. It's going to be out of balance. So you really want to try to strive for a nice balanced dish, or a nice balanced side dish here, which is going to accompany the chicken, which is in the oven. So what we got here is a nice sweet potato. Simply cut it in half like you did with the parsnip. Be careful because these are a lot tougher than the parsnip. I'd say the carrot was least tough, and then each successive root vegetable does get tougher. So just be mindful of that and be careful, because you can hurt yourself again. So I cut this in half, right? And then I cut the half in half as well. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a little more thicker pieces here. So again, if you guys are cutting this, don't ever put your fingers in front. Always put your fingers behind. I use my knuckles, I usually use about my knuckles to slice it. That way you don't cut yourself. I really don't want anybody getting hurt here. So these are the kind of pieces I got, about an inch. These are a little thicker. So again, I got these cubes, and those are just going to go onto my baking sheet. If you guys do have a fennel that's in the fridge for a long time, one thing I would recommend you do is cut off the end, like if it's browning, because that's just going to create a new layer, right? And if you smell that, it smells very kind of like licoricey. It's really, really nice. It's very aromatic, and that's what you want. You want that aromatic smell. So I really, really like this vegetable, and it does, it's still good. I think I've had this in the fridge for 2 or 3 weeks. I wouldn't recommend this at all. I would recommend using your vegetables as soon as you can, and always smell. If it smells bad, don't eat it. If it's questionable, maybe cut some pieces off and use it. But again, use your own judgment. If you feel like this is going to poison you or you're going to get sick, throw it out. Better to be safe than sorry in that case. But always smell it and see if it's something that, smells good. This still smells incredible, so I'm going to use it. So what I do with this one, I'm going to cut it so it has a bulb here, the butt, and I cut right in the middle. This one's really easy, and all I do is slice it. Now see, I'm creating kind of like a clock, and I'm just slicing it down. So I'm holding it and I'm slicing, kind of like an onion. This is really tough. It's a really tough vegetable, so a lot of these vegetables are super tight. And sorry, not tight, but tough. And I think that's just because they're very strong veggies. And look at that, it looks so good. And this is before I even put any seasonings or anything on it. We have a clean working space, everything's in the garbage. And there we go. That is your mixed vegetable tray. I'm going to take this olive oil here that we had, and I'm just going to literally go to town. I'm pretty generous with olive oil, not too crazy. I'd say like a good 4 tablespoons. Some people are like, well, that's too much fat. Yes, it's a lot of fats, but I want my vegetables coated nicely, and I want them cooked evenly. I'll even use my hands to kind of spread that oil around. Then I season this with some salt and pepper. So I'm actually going to add some garam masala to this wonderful mix. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it on here. I am going to season that, and that looks so nice. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm just trying to get an even coat here. I don't want to overdo it because it is a strong spice, but you also don't want to underdo it either. You want to find that sweet spot that looks good, looks evenly coated, and oh my god, does that ever smell good? Let's check that out. So this is the final product here, guys and girls, whoever may be watching. Let's throw that in the oven with the chicken, okay? And there you have it. That's how you make some roasted root vegetables for yourself. This is an incredible recipe that you can make with the Whole Chicekn Recipe. You can also check that either here or here. I'm going to try to put it somewhere in this location here so you can click. It's really great because if you make the chicken, you can always pair it with the root vegetables. I decided to make these two videos separate. I was planning to make it one video, but the video was a bit too long, hence you have part 2 of the roasted root vegetable recipe. But again, while the chicken is cooking for about an hour, hour and a half, you can easily prepare these vegetables and just throw them in with the chicken as well. That way you'll have a nice side dish and you'll have a great protein to go with it. And it can last you between 3 and 4 meals. So really, this is a fantastic dish you can throw. I would highly recommend you making a fresh garden salad, which I will have a recipe for that as well. So you have the root vegetables, the chicken, and a salad. And you can even throw in some fruit or maybe a little bit of gluten-free bread to go with that to have yourself a nice, big, complete meal. So remember guys, keep it clean, stay healthy, and always make sure to listen to your body and make sure to know that certain foods may work for you and certain foods may not sit well with you. It's really important to pay attention and to eat with awareness. So that way you have a better understanding of what foods work for your unique metabolic type and what foods you should probably stay away from. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm hoping to post at least 1 or 2 videos per week, preferably more. We'll see what I can manage and handle. But if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and I'd like to hear more from you guys. So what would you like to hear from me, and what kind of recipes would you like to look for? I'm happy to be here for you guys, and I'm happy to make more recipes as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.